Yeah, I mean obviously, the Clippers are an elite offensive team with weapons all over the floor that are capable of beating you in a bunch of different ways. And I thought our guys did a great job of accepting the challenge. Nothing came easy for those guys. Everything was contested. Every catch was a tough catch. ISOs was never a one-on-one situation. It was always one-on-five. So I think our guys, have embraced these challenges and have stepped up when needed most.
Dean Wade, coming off the bench, had a big role when he was in the starting unit, still made a big impact on the defensive end tonight. Can you see what kind of growth he's had and how he's accepted both roles and knowing when his minutes are to come?
Yeah, I mean, like all of our guys, Dean wants to help the team win, and he wants to be a part of it. He understands, with all the changes, he's just got to be called and ready when he's called upon. And he's got a skill set that we believe in. He's a dynamic basketball player. He's versatile on both ends of the floor. He can take challenges, different positions, and he can play multiple positions offensively. So it's our responsibility now to just continue to give him opportunity because he's earned it. And, again, just wanting to help the team and be a part of it. He continues to show his worth.
Joe.
Joji, as a kind of coach, if I'm not mistaken, this is your 150th win as Cavs coach.
Did not know
you
that.
joined some pretty good company in the franchise history. What does that mean to you?
I love to win games. But, again, this has been, a long journey here from, when I first took over to where we are now. It says a lot about the wonderful people that I get an opportunity to work with every single day, the partnership that I have with Kobe and the front office, the support of the Gilberts, and that, at the end of the day, what it comes down to. The wins come because of the people in this building, and we've continued to put unbelievable high character people with immense talent in this building, and that's where the wins come from.
Evan.
Evan Damar, right down with JD. The Clippers present just an interesting challenge because they have three dynamic perimeter threats in James, Kawhi, and Paul. But Isaac did a really good job defending all three of them tonight. How can you speak on just how well he's played tonight and just as of late as a just point of attack defender?
I mean, and I'm obviously biased, but I think he's the best on-ball defender and point of attack defender in this league. I don't know anybody else who can guard the types of people that Isaac can guard. Anybody who defeats screens the way that Isaac defeats screens and keeps people in front of him the way that he does. He's one of, a handful of people at most who doesn't need help in screens, and that's either on-ball or off-ball screens. And that makes your defense so much better because you never really have to commit to the ball. And you're always playing, equal basketball instead of disadvantaged basketball. So I can't say enough about Isaac. We're fortunate to have him. He executes game plans to a T. He takes challenges, and this isn't new for Isaac. We threw Isaac in the fire as a rookie, and never once did he complain. Every day he just showed up, worked his tail off, and took the challenges that were in front of him. And again, we're extremely fortunate to have him.
And this is the first game that Evan's been back almost a month and a half. How do you think he looked out there in his limited minutes tonight?
I thought he good. It was, close to a double-double in limited minutes. Obviously a little bit of rust, when you're playing full speed, attacking and those types of things. Had some turnovers that he typically doesn't make. But, again, I thought he did a really good job defensively. Offensively, he found his spots. And, again, it's going to take some time for him to catch that rhythm in the one-on-one stuff. But all in all, all the team stuff that we asked him to do, I thought he was great.
Spencer
Davis, Cavs Insider. Going back to the defense, Kawhi took 25 shots. The other guys barely took 10. When it comes to ball denial, not just Isaac, it's Karras, it's George, Evan, whoever it may be. What's the strategy defensively? Like, how can you deny guys the ball when they do have that high of a usage? I guess on the other end.
It comes down to being physical, but it also comes down to your preparation and studying the game and your intelligence of understanding your opponent and where they want to get the ball. And I thought our guys did a great job tonight of making the catches for those guys, tough, pushing them off their spot, whether it was through a screen in action or, just an entry play. I thought our guys did a great job of fronting, pressure, and denying, and pushing them off their spot and making everything a little more difficult.
Yeah, I'm surprised no one's touched on this, but Donovan had a 12-2 assist to turnover ratio tonight, looking great in the running the offense. How do you keep that part of his game in when Darius does come back, and just for this stretch that he's been a part in doing this, like how, I guess, marvel are you over it?
It's Donovan, and he's a complete basketball player, and it's simple as that. He's not a one-dimensional guy. Obviously when Darius comes back, Darius is going to have the ball in his hands as well. So guys just have to continue to play the right way and keep sharing the ball. And we keep sharing the ball. There's enough touches out there for everybody. So you move it, pass it to the open man. I think that's what Donovan has done a phenomenal job of, is helping his teammates get better. And I think those two guys can make each other better. They take pressure off one another and can create some easier opportunities for one another as well.
Anything else in the room? Last one, Ethan.
This game seemed like my fault. This game just seemed really physical. Can you just speak of how intense it was throughout the ball game, and knowing that you guys could compete at that kind of level?
Yeah, I think it's one of the things that our guys have learned about themselves through this stretch and playing some of the teams that we've played. That's the way that teams in the past, when we built a lead, have tried to work their way back into the game, is by ramping up their physicality. And I think our guys are learning, how to defeat that physicality, how to move more quickly, how to backdoor cut, the different actions we can run, and those types of things. So it was a physical game, but again, our guys showed that they could withstand it.
That's going to wrap for us.